Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm Jason and Pastor Dave. I've got questions, and this guy's got the answers. So, the question I've got for you is kind of it's a summary of all things that are Christian, I guess. And the question is why on earth did Jesus have to even come in the first place? What put us as humankind in a position that he had to come and do what he did for us? How did we get there?
Well, this, I think you can.
And you've got 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. You can write novels on this one because it's answered directly several times throughout especially the New Testament. For this purpose, the Son of Man, for this purpose, he came, talking about Jesus is coming. And it runs the gamut all the way from, he came to, as he says in John chapter 1, where he describes, no man has seen the Father at any time, but he came to, in the idea of revealing to us the truth of the Father. Our understanding of God became so garbled, like it is today. Most people outside of Christ who've never experienced a relationship with the Lord have such a garbled idea of a loving Father in the story of Christianity. He came to show us what that is, and so only in Jesus and in his coming do we really understand the Father. He's kind of like what Job described. When his friends said, why don't you just approach God and ask his forgiveness and get rid of this stuff that you're going through. Job was going through so many maladies and difficulties and hardships, and it was really Satan is bringing it on, and he had no idea. And the counsel of his friends was, approach God and confess your sins. And he said something interesting. He said, I can't even see God. He could be standing next to me and I can't even see him. And he used a phrase that's in the King James, I need a daysman. I need one that can lay his hand on God and also can lay his hand on man. He recognized that gulf between us and God and how I can't even approach God. Job was declaring, I need somebody between me and God, somebody that could bridge this gap. And that's also why Jesus came, was to be that daysman, to bring us into a relationship with God and showing us the truth of our Father that we couldn't know any other way. He says in John, he also declares that as the Father has life in himself, even so has he given the Son to have life in himself. And then he said in John chapter 10, I have come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So that which was given to the Son as he ventured around the Sea of Galilee, he lived in the life of God as a man, as God who humbled himself and became man and dwelt among us. But yet he was with the life of God. And he says, I have come, John chapter 10, to give you life. So another reason for his coming was to bring us life, the life of God that God's always wanted for our lives. It says in 1 John, he says that he came to destroy the works of the devil. And so another purpose of his coming into this world was to end that work of the enemy who was destroying us and had held us captive where we couldn't come free. We didn't know how to come free. He came to destroy the works of the devil there at the cross. The power broken that once held us. And so there's many reasons why he came. But the most fascinating thing is that it was God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. He came to bring us that relationship with God. We are as Christians, homeward bound. We're heading towards a hope that lies ahead of us, and it's what we live. It's what causes us to venture out in God and discover all that he has for us, is that realization that one day I'm going to be in the presence of God, and I live with him throughout my life here in that relationship with him. So there's many reasons why he came into this world, but he came to bring us life.
And I think that's as perfectly said as one could say. Christ came to bring us life. If you like the video, let us know. If you got any questions, comment on it. And we just appreciate you joining us tonight. Thanks.